For today's problem, we're going to look at a simple ratio problem again. The cost of a precious stone varies directly as the square of its weight. A stone weighing 6 grams costs 3,600 rupees. It falls and breaks into two pieces, whose weights are in the ratio 2:1. Find the total financial loss incurred. Okay, so let's just write down what we have already. We know that the cost is directly proportional to the square of its weight. We can introduce a constant of proportionality here and change this to an equal sign. So k is our constant and w square. So yeah, we have a nice little formula here that'll help us. Next up, we have a stone. Okay, let's say that's a stone that weighs 6 grams, costs 3,600. So we know its cost, which is 3,600. And we know that it's 6 grams. So k times 6. So using what we have already, we can find the value of k quite easily, which is 3,600 divided by 6 squared, which is 36. So just cut things off and you'll get 100. K equals 100. Now, this same stone, it unfortunately breaks into two parts. And their weights are in the ratio 2:1. So let's draw it again. We have a 6 gram stone and it breaks into two parts. 2:1 ratio. Okay. So the total weight is still 6 grams, but this is now two parts and this is now one part. We can figure out the answer quite easily, but let's just do it mathematically, right? 2 plus 1, 3 parts. 6 grams. The 6 gram stone has been split into 3 equal parts. So 1 part equals to 6 grams divided by 3 parts, which is 2 grams. So our 2:1 ratio, we can just find out the weights quite easily by multiplying 2 grams. So 4 grams and 2 grams. Okay, these are the weights, the new weights of the rocks that broke into the 2:1 ratio. Now, what do we have to do here? They're asking us to find the total financial loss incurred. It means that we have to find the value, okay, basically the cost of this guy and the cost of this guy, and just add it up together and subtract it from the original cost, which is 3,600. Okay, so pretty simple. Let's take it step by step. Let's take the bigger rock first, the one that broke into 2 ratio, which is basically 4 grams. And then we have the 2 grams, which we'll solve later. Using our formula, the cost is equals to k times w squared. So it's 100 times 4 squared. Let's do the same for this one. It's 100 times 2 squared. So 400. And for this one, it's about 1,600 rupees. Plugging it into this formula, which is the answer that we want to find. Okay, total loss incurred equals to 3,600 minus, just add up the values of the two individual rocks, which is 1,600 plus 400, which is 3600 minus 2000, which will give us 1600. Oh, sorry, 1400. So 1400 rupees is the total loss incurred when this rock breaks. As a 6-gram rock, its value is 3600, but when it breaks into two parts, its value goes down. Okay. And because of that, 1400 rupees is the loss, and that's our answer. Hope you learned something new. See you in the next video.